風をくれ風になれマウンテン The Breakground 脈打つことを感じてる Never ever空の盾を破れよ誇りの中で霞む太陽背中で震える僕に飛んでやれよこの手で掴むまで風をくれ風になれ丸The breakout 飛んだ昨日も蹴散らして永遠と瞬間が薄かれば目覚める欲望を感じてる Never ever
Hello everyone and welcome over to race number 29 of the NR2003 PMU Cup Series here at New Hampshire as we start the third round of the Season 10 playoffs, as we will see hopefully at the end of the season who will be crowned champion of Season 10. So without further ado, let's take a look at the standings coming up to this race. And as you can see, the standings for the playoffs, as after the last race, this is the standings on the top. And unfortunately, for those for you who obviously know, if you finish in the bottom 4, you're out of the championship. Otherwise, if you're in the top 8, you will be moving on to the next round of the playoffs, and there you can see the top 8 drivers that will advance on to the next round. Drew Walker in the top, David Dixon in second, Owen Scott in the third, Niklaus Wright in fourth, Bradley Reim in fifth, Zachary VeeKay in sixth, Solomon Sheridan in seventh, and Henry J. Brown in eighth. That means beyond the cutoff line, Dex Miyazaki, Roberto Crown Jr., Cam Wright Sr., and Aris Yuiko have been eliminated. They will not be able to make it on to the next round. So yes, as I just said already, they have been mathematically eliminated. And as we move on to the seeding standings, we see Drew Walker, David Dixon, Owen Scott, and Niklaus Wright in fourth, and Bradley Reim, Zachary VeeKay, Solomon Sheridan, and Henry G. Brown in the bottom 4. So there you go, and without further ado, let's make a move on from there. Right, now let's get on with the qualifying standings and see who will qualify on pole for today's race.
Drivers, to your cars.
And it's going to be Nick Tander, who won shockingly last race back at Homestead, and he will start on the pole alongside Dylan Hayden, Roberto Crown Jr., Niklaus Wright, Cam Wright Sr., Jace Chevalier, Owen Scott, Trey Meeks, Natalie Seville, and Aris Yuiko, and the rest. Now this is going to get pretty interesting, so let's move on from there. So Nick Tander,
Cars, start your engines.
All cars are getting ready to go as the engines start revving up. Pace car starts making its move, and away we go. And as you can see, Niklaus Wright is currently in the lead out of everyone in the playoffs. And Owen Scott is right there, looking very comfortable down there. And Henry G. Brown as well in the top 3. But Solomon Sheridan is not far from there, so those are the top 4. So as I said, as I keep saying, this will be an interesting race here at New Hampshire. Hopefully we're not going to get any big chaos that could impact the playoffs. So anyways, we're about to go racing here at New Hampshire as Nick Tander is about to get away from everyone else. And looks like the battles are already happening from behind as looks like the outside line is starting to take priority in advantage, as you can see. But everyone else gets home smoothly as Nick Tanner continues to lead at New Hampshire. That is Dylan Hayden still in second place. Niklaus Wright still holding on to that third place spot. And that's all the interesting stuff going along. So still a smooth race of that. Whoa! Something happening from the back. Bit of a push and shove. Something to keep an eye on, because I have a bad feeling that things can badly happen. David Dixon, one of the contenders, is struggling from the back, and he's on a bad position because a lot of the cars around him are starting to swerve around. I have a bad feeling that if something bad happens, if they ended up hitting themselves, this will be it. So just to keep an eye, as they're going 3 wide already. 3 wide, that is definitely a bit of a risky move. Anyways, let's focus as much as we can in the front. Nick Tanner is still leading at the moment. Dylan Hayden still in the running for second place. And still smoothly, but still risky. Some cars are going 3 wide from the back, and I have a bad feeling still that things are gonna turn really bad. And Camrade Senior appears to be having a look on Roberto Crown Jr. Is he going to make that move? Looks like Camrade Senior, he is trying to get around Roberto Crown Jr. on the inside line, and I think he's going to make the pass. Camrade Senior in 4th place now. And I think Owen Scott is going to try to do the same on Roberto Crown Jr., one of your best contenders out there. Let's see if Owen Scott is going to take that spot. Not yet, though. But it's still side by side, and Jace Tavele joins in And I think he's going to give Roberto Crown Jr. a bit of draft, but I don't think, or is it? And looks like Owen Scott is having a bit of trouble getting past Roberto Crown Jr. as ooh! We've got a drafter here. Henry G. Brown's going to try and give Owen Scott a push now on the inside line. This is surely a battle to see, or what we want to see. And I think it is going to be close. Who's going to eventually get up front? Owen Scott is up in front now, and Owen Scott is up into 5th place now. And Henry J. Brown is going to try and as well go for a push and get past Roberto Crown Jr. on the inside line. The battle is still there. And we might see a battle in the lead. Just hopefully the battle is finished for 5th place. I think Henry G. Brown's now up in front. As we take a look at the front, I think Dylan Hayden is getting close to the 75 car. So we might see a potential pass for the 48 driver. So far, no problem at all. And right now, Nick Tanner is still your leader. And to be frank with you, Niklaus Wright might be able to do something now that he's in the running for the battle for that lead right now. We could see a battle anytime soon. Perhaps a 4-car battle, maybe. Nick Tanner doesn't seem to be alone now around him as he starts to mount himself a bit of pressure. Just being wary from the cars around that might be able to pounce a battle on the 75 car. So, and I think Dylan Hayden will keep watching to see if he can make that move on the 75 car. It is going to be a bit close, but we'll watch and see, because we hardly really saw Dylan Hayden battling for position, even though he has won last race, not last race, he has won a race this season, early on in the season, so this could be something to show off potentially his true colors, maybe. Niklaus Wright is a contender, so something to watch, as well as Owen Scott and Henry J. Brown. Henry Goa has gone past Roberto Crown Jr. and Roberto Crown Jr. has got Natalie Seville in the battle as well. Jason Vade falling back a little bit. Whoa! That was a near miss. We've got to see that. Flounder Wilson almost lost control. What happened down there? Matthew Hill. Oh, they almost got tagged. They got tagged almost. Matthew Hill. We gotta pause that for a second. Yeah, they almost got tagged. Well, they got tagged, but they almost got hit. back to the front as Dylan Hayden is still looking around the 75 car. And he's looking. And take a look at that freeway battle already again. I always get perked up when there's a freeway battle going along. Dylan Hayden's still no way of getting past Nick Tanner yet. Dylan Hayden has not yet gone past the 75 car yet, so to be frank, we might see perhaps tires starting to grain a little bit, which could actually affect the performances for some, if not all. So hopefully this could change, well, at least turn the tables a little bit. So let's focus on the back for the time being. Bradley Reim struggling, and Zachary VeeKay as well struggling as well. These are two contenders, so this is definitely not the position they want to be in at the moment. And David Dixon is not in a perfect position down there, and in fact he's got who else is in contention? Drew Walker's there. So Drew Walker is on a questionable position down there, so and looks like Cam Wright Sr. is having a bit of a swerve in and out, well, left and right, as he tries to maybe get around Niklaus Wright. Why don't we go on board and see what the others are up to in the top 5? Looks like Cam Wright Sr. He is trying to get around Niklaus Wright. I can see him going side by side now, which could mean he might lose a position or he might gain a position. I don't know. But looks like Cam Wright Sr. is literally trying to make a move somehow. Here comes Dunhayden on the 75 car. He's making a real move. He's attempting an overtake officially for the first time in this race. So this is going to get pretty interesting. Will the 48 car of Dunhayden make a move? Or will the 75 car stay put for the lead? Whoa! Flounder Wilson! What happened? Flounder Wilson hit the wall. That was close. I don't know that. That doesn't seem like a caution, but Flounder Wilson was let loose. And I managed to catch that. I managed to catch that live. Catch that live. Flounder Wilson hit the wall. Well, that's certainly not going to look good for her, so... let's take a look at it from another angle if we can. And she got taken out by Bradley Reim. And I'm worried that she might slow down because of the damage on that side of the car. Here comes Henry J. Brown on the 17 car of Owen Scott. He is a contender, but Owen Scott is also a contender, so they're now battling head to head. It looks really, really fierce battle. I can see Henry J. Brown is crawling up to the top, slowly crawling up to the top. But he's got to get past Owen Scott. Not yet, though. Not yet, though. Well, look, as we can see, Dunhayden making an attempt of a pass of Nick Tander. Is Dunhayden going to make a move on Nick Tander? Is he going to take that lead? Looks like he will. Dunhayden, we have got our first race leader of the day. Our first different race leader of the day. As Dunhayden makes a pass on Nick Tander. And we've got the contender, Niklaus Wright, trying to make a move on for second place. Now this is going to shape up slightly. Well, that's going to shape up pretty much. So, Niklaus Wright. And we've got another right here, Cam Wright Sr. Following on. Owen Scott is right there. Looks like Nick Tander is perhaps resorting to... is he resorting to try and give Niklaus Wright the pass just so he can progress for his contention for the title, I guess. Looks like Nick Tander is doing well. Yeah, I think he's giving both the Wrights and maybe Henry G. Brown, I guess, a pass, I guess, on the inside line. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The two Wrights nearly hit each other. They literally touched. I just saw them touching. Wow, these two are together, obviously. But there's no way of getting past. What is Nick Tander doing? Has he got something up his sleeve? I have no idea. But right now, Nick Tander, I don't know what he's up to. He thought that he is responding to perhaps giving Niklaus Wright the pass, but it doesn't look like so. Especially to his teammates. That's definitely not how teammate works for the two, so I have no idea what Nick Tander is thinking. But right there, you can see Henry G. Brown making a pass on Owen Scott, potentially Cam Wright Sr. Look at them going around all over the place. Henry G. Brown up into 5th place. As Dunhayden still leads at the moment. We could see something pretty interesting. So it looks like Nick Tander is trying to make his move. He's starting to make his move. He is trying to get his lead back from Dylan Hayden. Looks like he's going wide a little bit, and that will give Niklaus Wright an opportunity of a potential pass. Nick Tander is certainly getting all hyped up and kind of going over the top, so just worried that he might go wide again, which could actually have an impact on his performance. Here comes Niklaus Wright for that second place. Is Niklaus Wright going to pass his teammate? There is a dispute between these two, whether they're equal status or the fact that Nick Tander is literally not wanting to give Niklaus Wright a run for the championship by giving him a pass for the second place, which could ignite him to perhaps go for the lead. Maybe try and battle with Dylan Hayden. There are other contenders as well, especially the likes of Henry G. Brown and Owen Scott. So this could have an impact, as Cameron Senior now gives 95 under pressure. The two rights are definitely switching tactics, I think. I don't know what Cameron Senior is doing down there, but preferably he'd want to literally defend his position to give way for 95 to be able to advance up front, perhaps. But now the issue is, of course, the teammate Nick Tander is certainly not helping him anyway. Now Nick Tander is going to try and maybe go around the outside, but looks like going around the outside is certainly going to affect his performance. We should expect a round of pit stops very, very soon. Usually around lap 60, I think, perhaps a little earlier. We should have it around that period, hopefully. Because the performances are starting to dip a little bit, as Henry G. Brown now looks like he's got the door opening in front of him. Cameron Senior is falling back a little bit as well, so pretty much the tires are starting to give way, and that pretty much will affect everyone. So everyone's going to have to try and save as much as they can on the tires before the next round. So before the first round. Whatever, I don't know. Cameron Senior is falling back. That will give Henry G. Brown the advantage. Here comes Henry G. Brown. Henry G. Brown for the 4th place spot. Henry G. Brown wants to technically win out of everyone in the playoffs. All he got to do is get past Niklaus Wright. But if he can also win the race, that will be a bonus as well. Looks like Henry G. Brown is now under pressure because his outside line is already blocking him off. Owen Scott is now starting to slow him down, and already Henry G. Brown with no drafting around him, which meant that he's definitely on a disadvantage down there. So now, I don't know if Henry G. Brown can even get past. He might have to give up that position to Owen Scott, and there he is. So definitely in a bad pressure down there. So he's now technically 3rd out of everyone in the playoffs. So now that Owen Scott is now right in front of him, and we've literally got a battle around here right now, literally, which could happen any moment. The round of pit stops needs to happen, then we can definitely go on a shootout to the end. And Henry Guo as well. Now pressuring Henry J. Brown. Henry J. Brown is starting to fall back now. Can he hold his tires before the round of pit stops? That is a question mark. Henry J. Brown must have used a lot of his tires out of everyone else. So, yeah, we'll see. When is the pit stop gonna open? The round of pit stops needs to start coming in very, very soon. Not this time, still. Yeah, not this time. And here we go. Round of pit stops coming up. We should expect a bunch of people now, a bunch of drivers now, starting to make their way. Ooh! Here we go. The leaders are coming in, but who actually stayed out? Den Hayden stays out, but a bunch of drivers have come in. Cameron Sr. has come in, so Owen Scott, it seems that he has got in as well. Dan Hayden comes in, but Nick Tanner stays out. Nick Tanner stays out. Leland Hill stays out. Is that for fuel only? Oh, for tires appears to be, so this is certainly going to be interesting to see. As Nick Tanner comes in. Ooh, close one there. Whoa, what happened? Did I see something? Oh, I thought something unusual. Okay, Nick Tanner comes in. And Lean Hill. There we go. And Cameron Senior beats Nick Tander. OMG, looks like Cameron Senior is going to be our new leader here. Nick Tanner's losing a bunch of positions right there. Now this is going to be a shootout to the finishing line, as Cameron Senior takes the lead here at New Hampshire. This would be Cameron Senior's second win of the season, and Leyland Motorsports' third win of the season. So Cameron Senior needs to start doing something to pull it off. Henry G. Brown appears to be on the charge. I have a feeling that he's on the charge. And wait a second. Someone is stuck in the pits. I think Lucas Holmes got problems. Let's see what happened to Lucas Holmes. Oh, he got bumped. I think he crashed into the back of David Scott, and unfortunately got problems. Yep, he has some damage in his car, which meant that yep, he's not going to be able to continue for the rest of the race. So now Henry G. Brown, he's definitely on the push. This is going to be a close one. So, we could see a battle for the win by the looks of things. Will Cameron... Oh, Lucas Holmes has gone out, so let's hope Lucas Holmes can get away. Well, that's going to provide a buffer from the top two now, so... And that's definitely not going to make Henry G. Brown anywhere happy, so... Let's hope things don't mess up in any sort of way, as Cameron Senior and Owen Scott battling it out for the win. And it looks like Owen Scott is going to advance as the winner out of everyone in the playoffs. We have got 3 laps to go. Two laps to go now. And we have a white flag here. Will Cameron Senior win? And looks like Cameron Senior is going to take the win here at New Hampshire. Owen Scott will be able to finish out on top as well in second place. He's the first driver in the playoffs to cross the line, of course. Henry G. Brown in third place, and as well a spectacular second place in the playoffs. That's a good chunk of points. Niklaus Wright as well gives himself a good massive chunk of points as well. And who's next? And who's next? Solomon Sheridan right there. And take a look at the fastest lap time, and it will go to Dylan Hayden. 30.285. So, let's take a look at the rest of the field, the rest of the standings. I mean, the rest of everyone in the race. So, Cameron Sr. wins here at New Hampshire. So, let's finish off short and sweet, because I'm about to go to bed. So, thank you everyone for watching today's video. Thank you everyone for watching today's race. And hopefully, I'll see you all next time for another race. Of course, we've got 3 races left now, so let's move on from there. So, thank you everyone, and we will see you all back on the track very, very, very soon.